friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a very long time. My last video I think I made was in September when I made the video about Fleabag, but it's been months. So also happy new year, because it is 2023 now and it's crazy. But yeah, it's been months, and I made 2 videos last year, but I didn't edit them. I was so lazy. I didn't edit anything. I was just really busy with traveling and doing so many other things that I just like ditched YouTube. But I do enjoy making videos, and I don't know, I just enjoy talking about books. I've been more on TikTok than I have been on YouTube, but I just enjoy making videos and talking about books, so I'm going to continue doing that just for fun. Like the whole channel is just for fun anyways. So but yeah, let's get to it. Okay. So every year, or I think I started in 2019, I don't remember, I guess whenever I started my YouTube channel, I started making my top 10 favorite books of that year. This was a very hard list to make, because there are at least 5 books on here where I was like, oh, I love these books, but the other 5, I was like, it was hard to choose, because I read a lot of books last year, but I was really disappointed with most of all of them. Like, it was not a good reading year, and I didn't finish Chain of Irons at all. And the newest Cassandra Clare book just came out, Chain of Thorns, and I got the audiobook, but I'm still waiting for my copy from LitJoy. But it's just funny because it's like, I didn't even read that last year. That would have been like my number 1. But I did read some really good books last year, but sadly, it was not a good reading year. So we're gonna start with my number 10, and that is Bloodmarked by Tracy Deonn. I think I talked about Birthmarked before in those books. I honestly didn't enjoy them as much as everybody else did, and I feel really bad for saying that, because I do want to support more women of color, especially Black authors too. But that was just a book I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy it. And Bloodmarked, I enjoyed it a little bit more, but that's why it's number 10 on my list, because I needed a number 10 and I put that number 10. So it's still a really good book, but it was definitely just not my favorite. Number 9 is Red, White, and Royal Blue. A lot of people, well, one, I finally finished this book after how many years, and I actually really enjoyed it. A lot of people don't like this book, which I totally understand, but I was surprised that I actually enjoyed it, so it made the list at number 9. So number 8 is Beach Read. I finally read one of Emily Henry's books. I DNF'd one of them because I just couldn't get into it, and there's another one on here from another one of her books on here where I finally like fell in love with like her writing, and I was like, okay. So I went to read another one of her books, and yeah, I just ended up reading all 3 of the books. But yeah, Beach Read is number 8, because I did really enjoy this one. I really did. Friends We Meet on Vacation, or oh, I can't remember, something like that. Friends We Meet on Vacation. Her other one I did not like as much as her other 2, but Beach Read actually highly enjoyed. I'm not gonna go too much into these books because I made this list like last year in December, and there's someone here that I don't even remember. But number 7 is The Heart Principle. Now that I'm looking back, I know I really did enjoy that book. I thought it was worth the read. Number 6 is The Summer I Turned Pretty. So I read this books back to back to back, because I wanted to read those books before the show came out, and I finished all 3 books in 1 week, and I loved the books. They were really, really good. I feel like if I was younger, or not when I was younger, I feel like if I read them when they came out, I think I would enjoy them more. But I was surprising for a young adult book how well written it was, and it gave me Perks of Being a Wallflower vibes with, I can't think of the other book I'm thinking of, but just like Perks of Being a Wallflower plus like another romance book that I read. Like, I don't know, it just gave me that kind of vibes with the writing, and I really enjoyed it. And it did have a lot of adult themes in the book, which I was surprised, but yeah, it makes number 6 on my list. So number 5, now we're in my top 5. Okay, number 5 is The Charm Offensive. This book is so good, and the main character, and he doesn't even know it yet, but he like suffers with anxiety, especially social anxiety. So this hit a little too close to home, and it was really relatable. But yeah, The Charm Offensive was such a good book. Like, and sorry I'm not going into all these books, I just wanted to make a video of just like my top 10 to get out there. But yeah, this book is really good, and I highly recommend it. Okay, number 4 is The Fastest Way to Fall. Any of the books that this author writes, I will read. They are so this book is really good. And I'm glad I made my number 4, because I remember I was making my list and I was like, when I got to my top 5, I was like, which one should I put here? And The Fastest Way to Fall, it's such the diversity, the representation. Like, these are the books that I live for. So yeah, The Fastest Way to Fall is my number 4. Now we are in my top 3. So number 3 is, not shocker, Book Lovers. This book made me cry when I read this book. That's when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna read her other 2 books, because I wasn't going to read this book by her because I didn't like The Friends With Me on Vacation. I didn't like that book. So this book made me change my mind about her. But yeah, Book Lovers is my number 3. It's so good, and I bet almost everybody has read them, but it's definitely worth the read. Like, it's probably all over TikTok too, so it's not even surprising if someone's like, oh, I read this book. It's like, yeah, it's like all over TikTok. But yeah, Book Lovers, so good. Right, now we're on to my top 2. Number 2, This Is How We Lose the Time War. This book has been recommended and in videos that I've seen for a long time, and I put off reading the books, and this book is such a short read, but it changed my life. It still makes me think about this, and I recommend this book to all my friends who want a short read of a book that they don't want to read like a long book, but they want like a short read. I recommend this book every chance that I get. I recommend this book. It is so good. I love this book so much. But yeah, number 2, This Is How We Lose the Time War. Now we are at our number 1, and I don't know if I want to make a separate video for this too to talk about it. I don't know, because I have a lot going on in my life, so I can't even guarantee I will make even more videos. So, but my number 1 book that I absolutely loved in 2022 is If We Were Villains. I saw this on the Clockwork Readers, like Hannah's recommended video when she did the Dark Academia. I'll put it here. But when she made that video, I was like, oh, I want to read more Dark Academia, because I was reading Babel. And I just finished Babel actually in January. So sadly, I didn't finish it in 2022. But if I did, it would have made this list. But If We Were Villains broke me. I still think about it every day. It was so good. It was so good. And it makes my number 1. Like, I'm sorry, This Is How We Lose the Time War, but this book, there's something about this book that just seemed so like missing from myself, if that makes sense. Like, something was missing, and this book was. Like, I can't believe I just now read this book last year. This book is amazing, and I might make a video talking more about this book. I don't know. Right now I'm in the process of moving to an apartment, a solo apartment, which is great. So hopefully once I move, I can start making more videos, because once I moved in with roommates, I kind of like stopped making videos. But now that I'm gonna have a place of my own, I think I will make more videos, hopefully in the future. That is my goal for the year, is just make more content. But yeah, I had a really good reading year. If We Were Villains changed my life. And 2022 wasn't that bad, but as for a reading year, it was like, eh. And so far, I've read 5 books in January. Well, I finished the 5 books that I kind of started in 2022 and finally finished them, but I officially finished them in January, and I started 1 new one and 2 new books in January. I finished those, so I read 5 books in January so far, and that's like crazy to me that I finished them. But yeah, I hope this is a good reading year. I hope everyone stays safe. I'm excited to move into my new place, so I'll have a new setup, and yeah, it's just I'm excited for new things. And I still might upload the 2 videos that I made last year, because I was really happy with this video. So I'm gonna upload this video first, but I still might edit and upload the other 2 videos, so we'll see. But and I think I did one about I talked about the Winx, the Fate Winx show. I always forget the name, but the Fate Winx show, and I made a video about, oh, I can't remember, something else, but I know the Fate Winx show is something that I did talk about, even though I just found out it's canceled, but I actually enjoy season 2, so that's me then. But yeah, I hope everybody has a great day, great week, and a great 2023. Everybody stay safe. Bye.